Now the session is recording. Session is recording. So today we're discussing about the concept called virtualization. Okay. In olden days, one computer is equal to one operating system. For example, if you need one operating system, then you need to buy a one whole computer. Yes or no?
Yeah.
For example, it was like almost 20 years back. If you need one operating system, means definitely you need to purchase another one computer. So one computer is equal to one operating system. Okay, and later on, our security researchers, our developers will build a dual boot. So what is this dual boot? So in using the one operating system for the one system is very difficult for us. For example, if you need another operating system, then you need to purchase another computer. It is quite expensive. Okay. So what people did means they created a technology called dual boot in those days. Okay. So what is meant by dual boot? Dual boot means you can install the multiple operating systems in one single computer, but you can only run one operating system at a time. Okay. For example, see this one. Any one of you see this in your colleges or something like that? So whenever you turn on your computer, automatically it says that how many operating systems are there in your computer on a black screen. You can choose anyone of you want. So basically, you can see this kind of pattern in your college labs. Anyone notice this?
No, I haven't noticed this
So
first.
basically, what is meant by dual boot means dual boot is a world technology. By using this dual boot, we can install the multiple operating systems in the same computer, but we can only run at least only one. Only we can only run the one operating system. For example, if you need the Windows operating system, you can choose the Windows operating system while turning on the computer. So if you need the Ubuntu, you need to shut down the Windows operating system completely and restart the computer and choose the Ubuntu. Understanding?
Yeah.
So this technology we can call it as what? Dual boot. Now the problem is whenever we want to use the parallel computers, for example, so you need to run the one operating system and as well as parallelly you need to run the another operating system. That level of situations we got. Okay. For example, you
Yes.
created a harmful program. You want to test that in the another computer. So you want to test that means even your computer should also be turned on. So you cannot use that malicious program on your friend's computer, right? So that is the reason you need another parallel computer. So that is the reason we built like hypervisor. What is this hypervisor technology? The hypervisor is a software that allows to use a multiple oper that allows to run the parallelly, multiple operating systems parallelly in your computer. Okay, you can run the
Uh,
Windows. Tell me.
yeah, if we use multiple OSs in our Windows laptop, so will it be called a hypervisor?
Yes. So basically, the people will call it as a virtual machine. Okay,
Okay.
virtual machine. So basically, how the virtual machine will work? The virtual machine will work with the technology called the hypervisor. Understanding?
Yeah.
The key algorithm, the key process, we can call it as hypervisor. There are a lot of hypervisor tools are available in the market. Okay, hypervisor software. If you search like hypervisor softwares, you can find like VMware Workstation. The VMware Workstation is a hypervisor software. That means virtual machine. Okay, VMware Workstation is a hypervisor software, and VirtualBox is also hypervisor software. There are a lot of hypervisor softwares are available in your computer world. Okay, so one of the
Okay.
hypervisor software we can call it as VMware. Workstation, WORKSTATION station. Okay. For the Windows operating system, you can use this VMware Workstation for your Windows operating system. If anyone of you using the Mac operating system, you need to download the VMware Fusion. Okay. VMware Fusion is for the Mac, and the VMware Workstation is for the Windows operating system. Okay. So like the VMware Workstation, there are other tools are also available. For example, VirtualBox, Oracle VirtualBox. Even you can use this. Okay, depends upon your requirement. So big depends upon your comfortability. So right now I was using the VMware Workstation for my laptop. Got me, gentlemen. For the Mac operating system, which one we need to use?
Fusion.
Fusion.
Fusion. Okay. The Fusion and Workstation both are developed by the VMware Workstation. So the VMware Workstation will work with the technology called what technology it will work with, gentlemen?
Oracle. SQL.
No. What technology it will work with? Hypervisor
Hypervisor
technology.
software.
Okay. Oracle VirtualBox is the name of the another software. Understanding?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
VirtualBox is provide that VirtualBox company software was provided by the Oracle company. So that is the reason Oracle VirtualBox. You can also call it VirtualBox. Okay. So VMware Fusion is the one software. VMware Workstation is the one software, and VirtualBox is another software. VirtualBox is another software. Both are works with the technology called hypervisor only. You got me?
Yeah.
Clear. But VirtualBox will comes under a different company, and VMware Workstation will comes under a different company. Both softwares are different. Okay, like Amazon, Facebook, both are the e-commerce websites, right? In the same way, VirtualBox is and what VMware Workstation are the two different type of companies, and both will work with the technology called hypervisor. Clear, gentlemen? So how can I download the VMware
Yep.
Workstation from my in the internet? Simple. VMware Workstation space download. So if you search like this, VMware Workstation space download. If you search like this, you can find the uh, link in the above. VMware Workstation professional space download. Okay. And when you click on the download button, the above one is a blog. The above one is a blog. I don't want blog. I need a download option. Click on it. It says that download the Fusion or the Workstation. So both are provided by the same company, right? So Fusion is for the Mac and Workstation is for the Windows. See, if you observe here, the VMware Fusion for the Mac and VMware Workstation for the PC. I scroll down to my in the website called VMware Workstation. Click on the download now. So when I click on the download now, when I click on the download now, this got redirected to the another company web page. What is that web page name? The web page name is Broadcom. Okay. When I click on the download now, that was redirected to the Broadcom. Why the VMware workstation to the Broadcom got redirected? Don't be confused. The reason is the recently the Broadcom company purchased the software called VMware Workstation. So that is the reason. That is the reason this got interconnected. Okay. And now, so once you click on the download, you will get redirected to the Broadcom website. So in the Broadcom website, there you need to register your account. Okay. If you don't have account, register your account with your email address. So once you registered your account, you will get a download option. Okay. Download the free trial. You got me, gentlemen.
Yeah.
So, here I have already downloaded the VMware Fusion in my computer. Okay. Even I will forward the link, a direct link to, I have already uploaded the software into the Google Drive. The reason is the VMware Workstation or VMware Fusion are not for the free of cost. Basically, those are commercial softwares. Okay. So what I will do means I will send the VMware Workstation along with the key. Okay. You can use it for your computers. Okay. Don't worry about that. I will send the software and along with the key too. Clear, gentlemen.
Yeah.
So here I have already downloaded the VMware Workstation software along with the key. So right now I'm going to run the program. Check. I'm going to run the program. When I run the program, this will take almost 10 seconds to open the program. Don't worry about it. So whenever you double click on the program, this will take almost 10 seconds to open. The reason is the program is heavy, the program is very heavy. Click on the S, follow my instructions.
Yeah. Now we
Preparing
can
for the
use the
inst
same steps to even Mac also, right?
in the Mac, the quite some difference will be there. Okay,
Okay.
but don't worry, they're almost similar. Okay,
Okay.
why? Because the paths, all these things are quite different, right? Our file, Windows file paths and the Mac file paths are quite different. But don't worry, I will send the reference videos for that as well. Installing in the Mac. Okay,
Yeah.
so. In the VMware Workstation welcome window you got, VMware Workstation. See, if you want to install the multiple operating systems in your computer, definitely you need to install this VMware Workstation. So without this VMware Workstation, you cannot run the multiple operating systems in your computer. Okay. So click on the welcome window next. So when you click on the welcome window, agree the terms and conditions and click on the next. So when you click on the next, so you can find the option called enhance the keyboard driver. Okay, enable that one. Enhance the keyboard driver, enable that one as well. So don't forget to check these two options. Okay, by default the VMware workstation will install the program files and the VMware folder, VMware workstation. This is the path of the VMware workstation installation. Okay, right. If you people don't have any kind of space in your C drive, you can change the path too. Okay, based on your comfort. So right now I have a very good space in my C drive. Right now I have a very good space in my C drive. Let me show you. See, I have almost 148 GB space is available in my C drive, so I don't need to worry about it. Clear? And click on the next. And it asks you to check the updates and startup programs. So whenever you start the Windows operating system, along with the Windows operating system, this software will get check for the updates every time. So check the program updates on startup. So basically, if you choose this kind of options, startup programs along with the startup programs, whatever the programs you installed in the Windows operating system, okay, that will boot up along with the Windows operating system. That will take a lot of load on it. Okay, and I don't prefer for the any kind of updates right now. Check for the uncheck the updates, all these things. Uncheck the joining and uncheck the startup options and click on the next. So when you click on the next, it will ask you to do you want to check on the desktop and do you want to create the shortcut on your desktop and as well as the start menu. Okay. So I recommend to check the both two options and click on the next. Okay. And finally, ready to install the VMware Workstation Professional and click on the install. So when you click on the install, this will take a few minutes. Wait for it. until it's done. So after the installation, this will ask you to perform a small restart option. Okay. Why? Because once the VMware workstation got installed, we need to restart our computer. If we don't restart our computer, whatever the settings we chosen, that will not applicable for our computer. So whenever you restart your computer, automatically whatever the settings and procedure, whatever the settings we chosen in the VMware workstation, all everything will get applied to your computer. Clear, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't restart my computer right now.
Does it take time normally, Anna, to install VMs like
No,
this much time?
basically hardly a 30, hardly a 40 seconds. That's it. 30 seconds. That's it.
Okay.
Basically, it's a heavy software, but hardly it will take 30 seconds in your computer. So, so finally it got installed. So when the installation is done, so it will ask you, do you want to finish or license? So if when you click on the finish, you have a very limited time, something like 15 to 15 days time, 15 days of time to utilize this VMware workstation. So when you click on the license, okay, when you click on the license, it will ask you to enter the license over here. Okay, clear, gentlemen. So how you can get the license? Don't worry, gentlemen. So if you go to the internet, VMware Workstation license, VMware Workstation 17 professional license key space GitHub. If you search like this in the internet, VMware Workstation 17 professional license key GitHub. Why did I mention the GitHub? I think yeah, how many of you know about the GitHub website?
I know.
Yeah. So what is the use of the GitHub web? Can you please tell me that?
It's like a workplace to do anything like Java coding, any code.
Yeah, basically the GitHub website is an open source repository. You can store any folders or files in the GitHub, and we can share it to anyone. Okay, and as well as if you guys are developing any kind of program along with the team, you can upload the program into the GitHub, and that code will be accessible for everyone. Yes or no?
Yes,
Even if you
you can share
even
easily.
yes, and there are a lot of free tools. There are a lot of free tools are available in the GitHub as well. So many of the developers will create the tools and upload into the GitHub. Okay, you can utilize that opportunity. So right now, I searched like VMware Workstation 17 Pro license key GitHub. So I got the first link. When I click on it, I got the list of keys over here. Okay, even the VMware Fusion keys also available, gentlemen. Are you able to see this one? VMware Fusion 13 license keys. Okay, you got me. Hello.
Yeah.
And
So those license keys are available. You can copy those license keys and you can try it on your virtual machine. Understanding? Clear?
okay, okay.
So right now here I was
Safe to use.
yeah, sorry.
Safe to use. The keys use just safe as
So key is just a text. So key is just a text. It doesn't harm you anything. You got me, gentlemen? Okay.
Okay, okay.
So a simple text in just a four line, that's not a problem at all. Okay, the key. Copy the key and paste it in the virtual machine and click on the enter. That's it. Click on the finish. So it is asking you to restart your computer. So I'm not going to restart right now. So why? Because this will cut down our connection for a while. So that is the reason. Keep this ahead. Okay. If we need it, we can do in the middle. Okay, if it is mandatory. Clear, gentlemen.
Yeah.
So now the thing is, I have successfully installed the VMware workstation in my computer. So if you observe here, it was on over here actually. Okay. Now, what are the advantages of the VMware workstation? Okay. The advantages of VMware workstation is the first thing is sometimes we cannot run the suspicious programs on our computer. Such kind of programs we can run easily without damaging any live data on our computer. That means, for example, if your friend sent any kind of program to your computer, for example, hey, this is a
Yeah.
song or this is a movie, can you please run this? So can you please you can use this in your computer. So something like that. Your friend convinced you, and but still you feel suspicious. Okay, this might be a malicious program, something like that. You feel suspicious. You cannot run such kind of suspicious programs on your computer. Why? Because anything happened to your computer. Okay, so you cannot guarantee for that. So such kind of suspicious programs you can run in the virtual machine. Why do we need to run in the virtual machines only? The reason is, I will tell you. Let's this is the imagine this is the space of the Windows operating system, your main laptop Windows operating system. Imagine both of you. This is the space of your main operating system. What is your main operating system? Either the Mac or the Windows. Yes or no?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in your computer, definitely by using the VMware workstation, a small space will get created. Okay, in that small space, you will install any of the operating system. For example, Windows XP. Let's imagine you install the Windows XP. If you run, if you run a suspicious program in the Windows XP only, okay, that will not damage the outer environment. That will only damage the Windows XP environment only. If anything is malicious, if anything is harmful, that will only destroy the Windows XP space, not your entire space of your computer, of your base computer. Okay, you got me,
Okay.
gentlemen. So that is the reason I wrote here.
Yeah.
Sometimes we cannot run the suspicious programs on our computer. Such kind of programs we can easily execute without damaging our live data on our computer. Clear, gentlemen?
Yeah.
And next
Yes.
thing is we can run the multiple operating systems parallelly. Okay, we can run the Windows XP, we can run the Windows 7, we can run the Ubuntu, Kali Linux, more operating systems parallelly in our computer. Okay, how you open the multiple folders? In the same way, you can run the multiple operating systems in our computer. You got me?
Anna, does multiple operating systems also have anything to do with like the IP address that you mentioned to us? Like if we change the IP address, can we have different virtual machines or different operating systems as well?
So basically, each and every virtual machine has a different IP address. For
Okay.
example, Windows XP has a different IP address, and the Windows 7 has a different IP address. Each and every operating system has a different IP address. Okay, but public IP address is same, but the local IP address is different. You got me, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Public IP address same for the each and every virtual machine, but the different local IP address will be generated. Okay, so that is the reason. So in that case, that acts like a different computer in our local computers. Clear? So,
Yeah.
and we can make a multiple backups for created from created virtual hard disk drive. What is mean by VHD means virtual hard disk drive. Generally, our computer hard disk is physical hard disk drive. So this is a virtual hard disk drive. I'm talking about the virtual hard disk drive. We have already created the virtual hard disk drive. So whatever the hard disk drive we created, we can make the multiple backups from the already created hard disk drive. You got me? Definitely you don't understand this one. I will mark it as a red color one. So when the time comes, I will tell you. Okay? I will explain you. For example,
HD means.
so HD means hard disk, V means virtual.
Okay.
Okay, virtual hard disk drive. So here, what does it mean? Means I will install the Windows XP in my own computer, and whatever the Windows XP I installed, if I share that folder to you, you don't need to install the Windows XP again. You can run it like a program. Why? Because I have already extracted, I have already installed in my computer. Okay, that will converts in the form of the folder. If I shared that folder to you, you don't need to run that program, you don't need to install the Windows XP again. So because of that, that will save your time and effort. If you don't even understand, that's not a problem. I will explain you later when it comes to practical. Okay, did anyone reaches to my imagination what I said? Did anyone understand about that, what I said this line? Whatever I install the Windows XP, for example, let's take an example. I install the Windows XP. When I install the Windows XP, that creates a folder. Uh, that creates a folder in my computer in the that acts like a hard disk. That folder acts like a hard disk in my computer. If I share that folder, if I share that folder to you, you don't need to install the Windows XP again. Understanding? So why do we need to use this one? Why do we need to use this feature? The reason is to save our time and effort. Usually, installing the operating system will take almost 35 minutes to the 45 minutes. Am I correct or wrong? Hello?
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
If you
it's
install the
taking
operating system, that will take almost 35
30
minutes
to
to
40
45
minutes.
minutes generally. Yes or no?
Yeah. Yeah.
To avoid that problem, to avoid that, we are going to use the sharing procedure. Okay, I will show you. That's not a problem. I will share you. Okay, sorry, I will show you how to do that. Okay, I just marked it as a red color. And we can easily drag and drop the files from the one virtual computer to another virtual computer. We can share the we can share the files, documents from the one virtual computer to another virtual computer. And also we can easily copy the files from the one virtual computer to another virtual computer too. For example, you opened the Windows 7 and Windows XP in your computer. Okay, you can share the files from the Windows XP to the Windows 7 very easily. How you copy the file from the one folder to the other folder? In the same way, you can copy the files from the one OS to the other OS. That level of easy. Understanding?
Okay.
Okay.
Right. The base machine means our main computer. Virtual machine means temporary computer. You got me?
Yeah.
So we can copy the files from the base machine to the virtual machine and virtual machine to the base machine, and as well as we can copy the files from the one virtual machine to the another virtual machine as well. Clear, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Right,
Oh.
very good. I will show you, don't worry. Okay.
Okay.
In practical process, I will show you. Next thing is install the instead of laptop, we can easily carry the virtual hard disk drive uh, in our pen drive. Okay. So I told you right. So whenever you install the Windows XP, whenever you install the Windows XP, a folder will get created. Whenever you install the Windows XP operating system in your computer, that acts like a folder. Okay, you can copy that folder to your pen drive, and you can carry that Windows XP to the anywhere in the world. Understanding? You don't need to carry the entire laptop. Understanding? For example, so you have the MacBook OS in your laptop. If you want to carry the MacBook OS operating system, so you have to carry the entire laptop. But here, if you want to carry any one of the operating system which already you installed in your Windows in your laptop, you can simply copy that to your pen drive. Okay, and you can carry that all over the world, and you can
Okay.
plug in that pen drive. You can plug in that pen drive to anyone's computer, and you can run the operating system easily. And the VMware workstation and the VMware workstation files are completely encrypted. So whatever the data is available in the virtual machines that are completely secure. Why? Because those files are completely encrypted. Clear? So right now, do you have any questions from this? Any type of questions you can ask me.
For now,
Nothing enough.
nothing. On practical, we will ask
Okay, right, very good.
anything.
So right now, I have already installed the VMware workstation in my
అంటే
computer.
అర్థం కావట్లేదు చేసినప్పుడు ఏమైనా డౌట్లు వస్తే
Yeah,
అడుగుతాం
definitely,
ఉంటాం.
definitely, definitely, definitely. I got your problem. Even I do have such kind of problems, okay? Don't worry about it. So
Okay.
now, so whenever you open the VMware workstation, it looks like this. Okay? Whenever you open the VMware workstation software, it looks like this, gentlemen. Clear? So what it is showing the create new virtual machine in the first. Yes or no? So when you click on the create new virtual machine, this will ask you with the welcome window. What is going to ask you? Do you want to install this uh, virtual machine? Do you want to install this operating system uh, in a typical way or custom way? I just want to choose the typical way. So right now, what actually we are doing? So right now, we are trying to install the one operating system. Which operating system? I was going to install the Windows XP in the virtual machine first. Understanding, gentlemen? You got me? I'm going to install the Windows XP in my computer. So click on the create new virtual machine. When you click on the create new virtual machine, that will show you a welcome window. So typical and custom. The typical option is very easy. This will automatically set up the requirements, whatever you want. But coming to the custom, this was very critical. So there are a lot of advanced settings it will ask. You don't even understand what it was asking. So I prefer for the beginner to choose the typical option. Even I choose the typical option only and click on the next. So when you click on the next, it will ask you from which from through which medium you want to install the Windows XP operating system. I don't have any kind of physical drive to my computer, physical CD drive to my computer. So that is the reason I'm going to choose the install the image file. That means ISO file. What is mean by ISO file? ISO file means once upon a time we don't have we are using the CD drives and DVD drives, but the CDs and DVDs will not last long time. The because of the fungus. Yes or no? After the many years, the CDs and DVDs will get destroyed by the fungus or atmospheric temperatures or something like that. You got me? So that is the reason eventually we developed a one technology that is called ISO. What is meant by ISO technology? Whatever the information is there in the CDs or DVDs, we can convert that image into the ISO file format. So that is actually called virtual disks. So from the virtual disks, you can make the unlimited physical disks, unlimited images. Okay. By using this image, we can copy the we can make the many disks actually. Okay. So right now I was using the Windows XP, which is available in the .iso file format. Click on the browse and click on the browse. Where is the Windows XP in my computer? In the softwares, operating systems, and there you go. You can find the Windows XP. If you observe here, I will share this Windows XP to you. Definitely, I will share this Windows XP to you after the session. Over here, you can find the key, right? So this is the key for the Windows XP. Don't forget about this. I'm going to copy this one. Okay. So select the Windows XP and click on the open. So you have chosen the Windows XP operating system for the installation and click on the next. So now you just need to mention the key over here, Windows XP key over here, and you need to mention the name of the computer. So what is the name? What is the name for the Windows XP? I'm going to mention like Bharat, and the password is 1234. The reason is I will install the lot of virtual machines in my computer. I will install a lot of virtual machines in my computer. So generally, I will forget my passwords. So that is the reason for the simple way I'm mentioning the 1234. 1234 is an easy password. I can easily guess. And click on the next. So once it is done, so this is actually called label name, virtual machine name. It was mentioned like virtual machine name. By using this name, we can easily recognize what operating system it is whenever we run regularly. So I'm going to mention like Windows XP space attacker. Okay. Windows XP space attacker. I just mentioned like that. Why? Because I need the multiple Windows XP operating systems in my computer. So with the name of the Windows XP attacker and as well as Windows XP victim. So right now, I just named it as a Windows XP attacker. We can simply call it as label, so that we can identify the name with this. Now, where do you want to install this Windows XP operating system in your computer? Okay, where do you want to install the Windows XP operating system in your computer? By default, it is going to be installed in the C drive, but I don't want to do that. Okay, so for that, I'm going to do. Observe very carefully, gentlemen. Don't divert. So, which drive I have the more space? Gentlemen, which drive I have the more space?
C, D, C drive.
D drive. So I don't choose a C drive. Why I don't choose a C drive means if anything happened to my computer, so obviously all the files which are available in the C drive I'm going to lose. So that is the reason I only choose the V drive or other drives. The reason is whatever you keep in the C drive that you will lose if anything happened to your computer all of sudden. Okay, so don't trust the C drive. Always trust the another drives. Okay, so I'm going to choose the V drive. I have the more space too. Okay, over here I'm going to create a folder. The folder I'm going to create a folder. Okay, with the name of the with the name of the virtual hard disk drive. I just mentioned the name like virtual hard disk drive. Okay, so in this folder, virtual hard disk drives I'm going to install. So again, go to this empty folder, virtual hard disk drive folder, and again create the folder like with the name called XP. I'm going to create the name called XP space Windows XP attacker. You can mention anything, XP attacker, something like that. Depends upon your requirement. Okay. So I can easily recognize that Windows XP attacker means okay, this is a folder. So I created the folder in the VMware in the V drive. In the V drive, virtual hard disk drive folder, in the virtual hard disk drive folder, I created the folder called Windows XP attacker. In this location, I am going to install the Windows XP. Clear, gentlemen? So I organized the program in a very comfortable way. So I cannot remember all this path. So that is the reason. Click on the browse, go to this PC in the V drive. In the V drive, what actually you need to choose? Virtual hard disk drive. In the virtual hard disk drive, choose the Windows XP. Click on OK. Are you able to understand this one?
Yeah.
Okay, and click on the next. So this actually we can call it as Windows XP hard disk. In this location, in this particular location, my Windows XP hard disk is going to be installed. And click on the next. So how much GB you want to give in the Windows XP? Okay, I preferably 20 GB. I give only 20 GB. 40 GB is not required for the Windows XP. Okay. So why? Because we will do very limited attacks in the Windows XP, not very attacks, no, we're not very big attacks. So that is the reason I'm going to choose the 20 GB only. And click on the split virtual disk into the multiple files. You can choose the option called split virtual disk into the multiple files option and click on the next. So when you do that, customize hardware. So click on the customize hardware. So what is this option? So if you observe over here, the name of the operating system, Windows XP attacker, where it was located in the V drive, VHD, virtual hard disk drive, and as well as what is the hard disk space, 20 GB. What is the memory space, 1024. So 1024 means 1 GB. So 1 GB is very much for the Windows XP. So that is the reason on the left side, when you click on the customize hardware, you can see the lot of options like this. Click on the memory and resize the memory into the 512 MB only. And go to the CD or DVD drive, new CD or DVD drive. Make sure this connect at power on option is available or not. Go to the new CD or DVD drive and connect at power on option. Make sure it was enabled or not. And in the network adapter, always choose the NAT option. Don't choose the bridge option. So what is meant by bridge and as well as the NAT? I will tell you the difference. When you choose the bridge option, so when you choose the bridge option, whatever the Windows XP you are installing in the whatever the Windows XP you are installing in your main operating system, so uh, what are the IP series you have in the main machine? The same IP series you will get in for the Windows XP. But if you choose the NAT option, you will get the different IP series for your base machine and different IP series for your virtual machine. So I can simply say is that when you choose the NAT option, your Windows XP acts like a different network. When you choose the NAT option, your Windows XP acts like in a different network. If you choose the bridge option, this acts like a your Windows XP and as well as your main machine will be in the same network. So depends upon your requirement, you can choose it. So I'm going to choose the NAT. Why I was going to choose the NAT? So attacking on the same network is not so uh, that's not so challenging. Generally we need to attack on a different computer. So if you want to acts like if your Windows XP acts like if you want to make your Windows XP acts like a different computer, obviously choose the NAT. So this will create a different IP address. Okay, so and click on the close option. So you can check that the memory is 512, the hard disk is 20, and the location of the hard disk is this, and the name of the Windows XP is this. And click on the finish. So once you click on the finish, so automatically your Windows XP will be turned on. So this will take some more time. This will take some time to install the Windows XP. You don't need to press any key while installing the Windows XP operating system. You got me, gentlemen. You can leave like that. Okay. So you can ask me, then why do we need to done all the settings before? Okay. So whatever the settings we done before, that is for our virtual machine. So how much space you want to give, how much RAM you want to, and how much RAM you want to give. All the things is set up for the Windows XP. Now the Windows XP is installing in that location. You got me, gentlemen. So meanwhile, so you don't need to press
Yeah.
any key, you don't need to do anything in the Windows XP. So keep it like that, Aram say, and this will take some time to install the Windows XP. Now, meanwhile, I will show you how to install the meanwhile, I will show you how to install the Kali Linux in your virtual machine. Okay, go to the Google
Okay.
and search kali.org website. Go to the Google and search kali.org. Are you able to see my screen, gentlemen?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's like the
Okay,
Linux system, right?
come again,
Linux.
come again.
It's
Yeah,
like the Linux system, right, Anna?
yes, it is a flavor of the
Okay.
Linux operating system. Okay,
Okay.
so Kali, if I search like Kali, so when you search like kali.org, you will get the official website like this. Okay, so click on this link, the first link.
Oh,
You will visit the website like this. What do you need to do? You just need to click on the download button. When you click on the download button, that will take you to the two options. One is install imager and virtual machine. Okay. If you choose the install imager, you will get the ISO file. If you go with the install imager, you will get the ISO file, and you just need to install the operating system traditionally. If you install the operating system traditionally, that will take a lot of time. Okay. And when you choose the VMware workstation, what is meant by virtual machine? When you choose the virtual machine, the Kali Linux was already installed by the someone, and they will share their hard disk to you. And you don't need to install the Kali Linux. Simply you can run in your computer. So which one you want to choose?
install the company.
This is the process, the first process. The install the imager will take a lot of time, almost 45 minutes to install the Linux operating system. But when you go with the VMware workstation, when you go for the virtual machine, you don't need to install anything. Already everything got installed. They will share one folder. If you run the program, automatically the Linux will open. The reason is whatever they installed. Okay, their virtual hard disk, their Kali Linux virtual hard disk will got shared to you. Okay, usually I will choose the virtual machine. Usually I will choose the virtual machine. Why I will choose a virtual machine? To save my time and effort. Okay, so click on that. So when you click on that, this will show you this will show you the VMware. You got me? You got me, gentlemen. If you choose that link, this will show you the VMware over here. So you can find the VMware Weekly. Don't click on this. Okay, the VMware Weekly is the unstable version. The only the VMware is the stable version. What is the size of the file here? 3.2 GB. This is a direct download, and this is the torrent download. which one you want. Either you can download with a torrent or either you can download with a direct, depends upon your requirement. Okay, if you have the good speed to download the file, you can download from the directly. If you don't have the good speed, you can download through the torrents. Okay, you got me, gentlemen. Please respond to me, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
right.
yes, Anand. Sorry.
So when you click on the download, I'm going to clicking on the download over here. So when you click on the download, you can see that it is asking you where do you want to download this program on the downloads. Okay, so this is actually going to be in a compressed file. Understanding? I think you know what is meant by compressed file. Sorry,
Compressed means
sorry, come again.
డేటా కంప్రెస్డ్ అంటే కొంచెం జీబీని కొంచెం తక్కువ చేసుకుంటాం.
Yes, 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 yes. So
అదే
basically,
అలానే ఉంటుంది కాకపోతే
yes.
డేటా
One,
తగ్గుతుంది.
yes. Once we got downloaded, we need to extract the program. So the file is downloading.
Yeah.
Yes or no? How much time it is taking
Yeah.
to download? Almost 1 hour to take the down,
Okay.
1 hour to download this file. But actually, I have already downloaded this program. Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, I have already downloaded the Kali Linux operating system. Clear, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you have downloaded the Kali Linux operating system, we just need to do. So once you download the Kali Linux operating system, how many operating system you can see here? The Kali Linux, Windows 8.1, Windows 10, and Windows XP. So those files are available. Yes or no, gentlemen? Now,
Uh,
what I will do means I just need to extract the file, extract the Kali Linux file from here. Right click and go to the WinRAR and click on the extract here. So that will extract the program from the compressed file. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So whatever the hard, so I call this as a hard disk, right? So this is the hard disk of the Windows XP. In virtual machine, the folders acts like a hard disk. Don't be confused. Okay.
Okay.
So meanwhile, it is let's see the process of the Windows XP. Okay. Me,
Okay.
so meanwhile, extracting the window Kali Linux operating system, shall we switch to the Kali XP to check the process?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, go to the Windows XP. There we got a error message, but don't worry about it. So even you will receive this kind of error message. Click on the OK. That's it. And your Windows XP will keep Windows XP will get restarted. So after the restart, you will get the Windows XP on your screen, and as well as the Kali Linux is also extracting, and the both are doing their processes. Okay,
Okay.
so I just want to tell you one thing. Okay, it is not mandatory, but I will tell you one thing. So in this process, we need to install the VM tools. What is the use of the VM tools? Because of these VM tools only available for the virtual VMware workstation. Okay. So what is this VM tools? If you don't install the VM tools, it looks like a small screen operating system. See how small it is? It is not expanding. Did you see that?
Yeah.
So if it is not expanding, if it is not expanding means So you cannot share the files. You cannot share the files from the one virtual machine to the another virtual machine. Understanding? Okay. You need to install the VM tools. Generally, see, the VM tools was installing automatically. So what is the best here? The VM tools will install in the Windows XP automatically. Automatically. See over there? Did I install anything? No. Automatically the VM tools are installing. Okay, gentlemen, did you check with that? VM tools are very much important. Let me show you the importance of the VM tools. Importance of the VM virtual machine tools. It is necessary to install the VM virtual machine tools in the guest operating system. Okay, this helps to support the specifically faster graphics performance, and virtual tools packages allows the provide you to support the requirement of to share the files and drag and drop the files from the one operating system to the other operating system. You got me? If you want to share the files from the one virtual machine to the another virtual machine or base machine to the virtual machine, something like that, so definitely you need to install the VMware tools. But coming to the Windows XP or any of the Windows operating system, the VM tools will automatically will get installed. But coming to the Linux based operating systems, we have to install the VM tools manually by our own hand. But what about this Kali Linux? So the Kali Linux already installed by the someone. So they already install the VM tools features as well. So we don't need to install with our own hands, even in the Kali Linux too. So that is the reason I prefer the virtual machine. Hello.
Yeah,
Uh,
no.
When we lost the connection?
yeah.
The VMware tools you were saying.
So VMware tools automatically will install in the Windows-based operating
Explain,
systems. Correct?
Anna,
explain
your
some pointers.
screen, your screen.
Yeah, give me a second. Give me a second.
Yeah, now.
The VMware tools automatically will install in your install even in your Windows based operating systems. Okay, if you install the Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 8.1, something like that, automatically the virtual machine tools will get installed in your computer. So that is the best feature. But coming to the when you want to install the Linux based operating systems, that will not install the VMware tools automatically in your virtual machine. At that moment, you have to install by your own. Understanding? For the Linux operating systems, you have to install the virtual machine tools manually. You got me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here, don't worry. So we are downloading the Kali Linux, which are already given by someone. So that means already installed by the someone. You can in that installation process, they even install the VMware tools. So you don't need to worry about it. Okay. You don't need to install any kind of VMware tools in the Kali Linux operating system right now. Why? Because you didn't download the traditional ISO file. You downloaded the hard disk. You already installed Kali Linux. So previously, the person who already installed the Kali Linux operating system, that person already set up with the virtual machine tools as well. So they are sharing such kind of files to you. So you can directly extract and run the program, and you don't need to install any kind of virtual tools in the Kali Linux which you got downloaded. Okay.
Okay.
Now, now coming, let's go for the Windows XP. I'm going to enter the password 1234 and hit the enter. Did I get the long screen?
No.
Uh,
Now
yeah, long screen.
I got the long screen right.
Yeah, you got the
Yeah,
long screen.
Okay. And you can see the feature like there you go. Four side corner full screen, right? Full screen mode. If you click on that full screen mode, a whole screen will get covered. You got me?
yeah,
Yeah.
And don't worry, there was a pin option is available. If you click on the pin, even that will also go. If you put the cursor top, again it will drag and drag the button. Click on it. So again you can pin it. Okay, that's not a problem. And now I will show you how can we share the files from the one virtual machine to the another virtual machine. Okay.
okay.
For example, so what is the file
Unless
here? Ah,
the
sorry.
normal drag and drop version is not there. Like we can't drag and drop any files over there.
We can drag and drop the files. That is what I'm trying to show you right now.
Okay, okay.
So this is the Brave, right? The Brave browser is installed in my computer. So I'm going to drag and drop the file. See, I'm dragging the file to the Windows XP. The file is there. Okay.
Okay.
Again, I was drag and drop the file. See, the file is there. Yes or no?
Yeah,
Even you can drag and drop any kind of files over there. Okay. For example, you can drag and drop the file. For example, I will create a folder over here with the name of the Dino. I will drag and drop this file to this base machine. See,
Yeah, okay.
okay, see how simple it is to share the files. Yes or no?
yeah,
So how can you shut down this operating system? You can click on the cross tab, and after that this will ask you do you want to power off. You can do like this, or else you have another option. Click on the down arrow button. Are you able to see the down arrow button over here?
yes,
Yeah,
When you click on that, you can click on the power off button. When you click on the power off button, click on the power off. This will get shut down. That's it. The Windows XP got shut down. Okay,
okay.
you got me, gentlemen.
yeah.
Yeah,
Now, close the virtual machine. Now let's go. So Windows XP was completely installed. You don't have any kind of doubts. Now the question is, where is the Kali Linux? We extracted the Kali Linux operating system, right? The Kali Linux folder is over here. Yes or no?
yeah,
So now I don't want this level of big name. I just want to rename this folder name. I just want to rename this folder name Kali Kali Linux 2025. This is my folder name. Okay, I just renamed it. I don't want to mention this for this hard disk. Whatever I extracted, I don't want to mention this hard disk. So right click and cut. Where is my hard disk location? Virtual hard disk location, gentlemen? In the V drive. In the V drive, where is my location? Virtual hard disk drive. So this is the location. There I am going to paste here. Yeah, any questions?
Anna, is it okay that you have two mouses, right? Like it's showing two cursors on the screen. Is it because that you have a virtual machine already accessible, or
So when you go for the virtual machine, your cursor will goes to the virtual machine. That's it. So if I when I zoom means maybe you might see the two cursors. For example, let me see. Are you able to see any kind of two cursors over here?
yeah, two cursors? There's one at the left-hand side upper corner, and there's one at the center.
Okay, that's the problem with the zoom.
manual
Oh, okay,
size.
okay,
Okay. So what I did
yeah,
here is I extracted the file, right? Whatever I extracted the file, I pasted it in the virtual hard disk drive location. So I was organizing my hard disk files in one particular location, so I don't confuse with that. Okay.
okay,
In this PC, in the V drive, virtual hard disk drives, I have the Windows XP and as well as the Kali Linux too. Okay. So if you ask me, When you run the virtual machines, when you run the virtual machine, how can you identify the operating system? Simple. Are you able to see are you able to see the show or hide the library over here on the top?
Yeah.
So when you click on it, you will get a position over here, left side on the left side. Okay, that is actually called library. So what is the use of the library means? That will show you what type of operating systems you installed in your computer. Understanding, gentlemen? How
Yeah.
many operating systems I have in my computer, in my virtual machine right now?
One.
Only one, right? Very good. So I'm going to show you one thing. Observe very carefully. So on the right side, I have the Kali Linux. I have the hard disk of the Windows XP and Kali Linux. On the left side, I have the virtual machine. Am I correct or wrong? So I'm going to the Kali Linux operating system. I'm going to the Kali Linux operating system for a hard disk location.
Location.
Okay. Over there, you can find the a different file. Are you able to see this file? It looks like
Yeah.
a three-layered file. Yes or no? That is the main file we need to run. If you copy the hard disk file from my computer or from your friend's computer or someone gave you their hard disk file to you. So if you want to run that file for the first time in your computer, you have to visit that folder and you have to run that three layered file and double click on it. So automatically the Kali Linux will be appear on your left side in the library. Are you able to see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then from the second time, you don't need to run from the folder. So automatically that will be stored in the virtual machine. You got me, gentlemen. Okay.
Yeah.
Even you can rename this one. Where you can rename, right click and click on the rename. I don't want this big name. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
Clear, gentlemen.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
Now, so where the Windows XP got installed? Can anyone tell me? So I'm going to put the cursor on my Windows XP. Does it showing any one of the path file where the Windows XP got installed
Yeah. So in read drive.
in the V drive? And where is my Kali Linux?
It is also in the read drive.
Very good. Is it
Same
showing
drive.
the path or not?
Showing.
Okay, it is showing the path, right? Now, another question for you. So, I'm going to right click on my Windows XP, going to right click on my Windows XP, open the VM directory. Open the VM directory means this will take me to the hard disk of the Windows XP. Okay, and click on the open VM directory. I was in the hard disk location of the Windows XP, right?
Yeah.
So how much I given for the for my how much GB of the hard disk I given for my Windows XP? I'm asking you, gentlemen, how much GB hard disk I assigned to my Windows XP?
Uh,
2020.
20
TV.
GB, right? So if I
Yeah.
put a
20.
cursor on my if I put a cursor on my folder, so how much it is showing?
2.18.
2.18 GB. Why it is showing only 2.18 GB? I given the 20 GB, right? Then why it is showing the 2.18 GB only?
Remaining is not used.
Yes, actually the maximum size I given is the maximum size of the hard disk I allotted to the Windows XP is 20 GB, but the utilization space is 2.18 GB only. Understanding?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what about the Kali Linux? How much we given for the Kali Linux? Can anyone tell me that?
Which we give anything for download, we take 3.1 GB. I know,
For
but I
download,
think we can
but
give.
while in the installation process, they given everything before than us. So if you observe over
Yeah,
here, they given the 2 GB for the color Linux and as well as the 80 GB for the hard disk, and they chosen the NAT option. Yes or no?
yeah,
And if you see that in the description, the username is Kali and the password is Kali.
yeah.
Did you see the gentleman? So my question is, they given the 80 GB. They given the 80 GB. After the extraction, how much GB it is showing in the Kali Linux? How much?
13.8.
13.8 GB. But actually they given 80 GB. Understanding? Now,
Yeah,
let's come back to the this one. What I was
Yeah.
said, advantage of the virtual machine. In the process of the advantages of the virtual machine, I told you this, right? We can make the multiple backups for creating the virtual hard disk drive. In case if virtual hard disk is failed, then we can replace with the backup. That will save us time and effort. I will explain this one right now. Okay, gentlemen?
okay.
Now,
Okay.
money. If I share this Windows XP to you in the Google Drive or somewhere, okay, you don't need to install the Windows
Yeah,
XP like me traditionally. You got the answer or not?
Yeah.
Both of you,
install
any
Windows.
questions? If I share this
No.
Windows, if I share this Windows XP folder to you, if I send this Windows XP folder to you, you don't need to install the Windows XP like me. You don't need to download the Windows XP. You don't need to install the Windows XP. You don't need to set up the Windows XP installation. You don't need to do anything. Okay, what I have done previously, you don't need to done anything. If I share this Windows XP folder to you, simply if I share this Windows XP folder to you, simply you go to the Windows XP and you can run this folder. You can run this file. What is this file? The three window file. Understanding?
Then expert. Yeah.
Yeah,
So you don't need to install the Windows XP. You don't need to waste your time and effort. I hope you guys understand what I was saying is. Okay.
yeah,
Now,
Yes.
so like this we can do. So I need another Windows XP operating system, man. Do I need to do now? The question is for you, gentlemen, both of you, to be
Yeah.
frank. Now I need the another Windows XP. Do I need to install again the Windows XP, wait for the half an hour of the time, or else if I copy paste the folder, will it make the another Windows XP? Which one is the best
I think
option?
if you copy and paste, it'll.
copy paste them. Already have that one, so
You
you can
already
copy
have the
paste
same
and
thing, right?
create another one.
Very good, very good. Right now, I'm going to right click on the Windows XP and I'm going to click on the copy. And on the same place, I'm going to right click and clicking on the paste. It is
Yes,
creating the
yes.
another copy of the Windows XP. Am I correct or wrong?
Yeah,
So now, once this got copied, I'm going to rename the folder name as just like a victim. Okay?
okay,
Okay. Okay. And if you like multiple, also if you keep downloading, also it'll take up too much space as well, right? Multiple OSs also take up too much space, right?
Ah,
Yeah. Okay.
so that is my requirement actually. So from one computer, I will create a virus. From to the another computer, and I just need to install that virus. So I need the two computers. So that is the reason, based on my requirement only, I'm doing this one. Okay,
okay.
okay, and as well as sometimes because of my I was a very crazy guy generally. I will always keep the backup. The reason is The reason is if I run any kind of virus programs in my Windows XP, that will destroy my Windows XP. So that is the reason. If my Windows XP got destroyed, I will delete the actual infected Windows XP. I will delete the actual delete. If anything happened to my actual Windows XP, I will delete it. This folder. Everything will be done clean, and I will use the another Windows XP. Problem solved. You got me. I have a multiple
Yeah.
backups in my computer, so I don't feel worry about it. Understanding?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to rename this folder with the name called Windows XP Victim. Then now,
Yeah.
I'm visiting this Windows XP Victim folder and just double click on this link. Double click, that's it. If you see on the left side, you can see that another file got created, another name got created. Okay, so I'm going to rename this one. Right click and rename it to the victim. So I got the two operating systems, Windows XP 1, Windows XP 2, with the name of the attacker and the victim. Done, gentlemen.
Uh-huh.
Any questions from this?
No.
Okay, so in the same way, someone shared me the Kali Linux. So that is the Kali Linux I downloaded. So that saved my time and effort. You got me, people?
Yes.
Yes.
Now I am going to run the Kali Linux operating system in my computer. Okay, let me show you. So I selected the Kali Linux. So it looks like this. How can I see the library, gentlemen? How can I see the library? Which option I need to choose?
Yeah, that one. Just
This
one.
one, right?
So
So if you
the
click on the
library.
library, so you can see the
So
number of operating
what?
systems over here. Select the Kali Linux and click on the power on to virtual machine. That's it. And click on the OK and hit the enter. This will take a few seconds to run the Kali Linux operating system. Okay.
Okay.
So it is asking me to enter the username and password. Okay. So if you guys install the Kali Linux in a traditional way means if you install the manually Kali Linux, the username and password is the username is root and the password is store. But coming to the but you have already downloaded the Kali Linux, which is given by someone. So that is in that the username is Kali and the password is also Kali. And click on the login. Understanding? So once you enter into the Kali Linux operating system, this actually looks like this. Okay, I'm closing my library. Then you can see like this. Okay, I got a very full screen. So right now, I just want to run the terminal. So how can I open the terminal in my Kali Linux operating system? Are you able to see the black color option on the top?
Yeah.
So that is
Yeah.
actually terminal. Either you can click on that way, or else you can right click on the screen and open the terminal here. You can choose any one of the option. Open terminal here and to open the terminal. Okay. Now, I just want to tell you. So I'm going to type the command call. Who am I? Did I share the Linux commands to you? Anyone?
Okay.
No, no,
Did I share the Linux commands to you previously?
no, no.
Okay, I will share the Linux commands to you. Okay, after this session. Okay. Who am I? What
Okay.
is the command of the who am I? So in generally in the Windows operating system, the admin means the main authorized person. Yes or no? In the Windows, admin means main person. In the same way, in the Linux operating system, the root means is the main person. Understanding?
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
checking that who am I? Who am I means I was a root user or a normal user. Hit the enter. So when I search like this, I got the Kali. Kali is a normal user. That is not the root user. I just want to create the root user account. In olden days, in the past 6 years or 7 years, the Kali Linux will give the root accounts. But why the so because of the people who don't have the knowledge, they are keep losing they keep doing some a lot of experiments on their accounts and losing their accounts. So that is the reason they to safeguard the operating system they are giving the normal user accounts. So how can we create our own user accounts? How can we create our own root accounts? Simple. You can type the command call sudo sudo space hyphen I. If you type this command sudo space hyphen I and hit the enter, this will ask you enter the password of the Kali. So what is the password of the Kali user? Kali, Kali, Kali. While typing the password, this will not show it to you. Don't worry. This is a security feature, gentlemen. Okay,
Okay.
and hit the enter. Now you are in the root terminal. You got me or not?
Yeah.
So now, how can you change the password of the root? You can type the command called passwd and hit the enter. Okay. When you type the passwd, hit the enter. That will ask you to enter the new password for the root account. So I'm going to mention the 1234 for my root account and hit the enter. And again 1234 enter. That's it. I successfully upgraded the password for the root account. The username is root and the password is 1234. Now I'm going to reboot my Kali Linux operating system or EBOOT reboot. Okay, understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hit the enter. When you hit the enter, automatically your Kali Linux will get rebooted. So from now, you don't use the Kali and Kali. From now, you use the username is root and the password is 1234. Okay?
Okay.
You can use your desired password. Don't go for the difficult passwords. Why? Because sometimes you'll forget about it. Why? Because we have to maintain the multiple operating systems in our computer, right? So better you need to keep the 1234 is a password. Username ROOT root and the password is 1234 and click on the login. So then you will go for the root account.
Okay.
So right now I'm right click on the screen and open the terminal. See, I got the root account. Did you see that?
Yes.
So who
Yes.
am I? Who am I? You are the root. Okay. The root have the all rights to access the all files, all programs to install any program in the computer. Okay. If you are the normal user, this will keep asking the permission that will irritate us. So that is the reason we convert it into the root account. Okay. Done, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Done. Yeah.
So tomorrow we'll discuss about system hacking.
Yeah.
Okay? Done. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Any doubts?
No, no, it's good.
No,
Confirm.
please share these things.
Okay, I will click on the uh, cross mark over here, and after that, it will ask me to power off. What I need to share. So today I need to share like
Um,
Linux commands.
yeah. Nice comments.
Am I correct or wrong?
Yeah.
And Linux file permissions, and as well as video and
Yeah.
VMware software.
So, and also Kali Linux.
Along with OS. Okay,
Okay.
so these are the things I need to do for you, right?
Yeah.
So any questions, gentlemen?
Nothing.
No, Anna. What are the topics for tomorrow?
Can you speak
System
loudly?
hacking.
What are the
System hacking.
topics for tomorrow?
So tomorrow we are going to discuss about the concept called system hacking.
Okay.
In the system hacking process, tomorrow we'll get to know how to bypass the Windows passwords in multiple ways. Even the laptop got shut down. Even the someone shut down the laptop. How can you bypass the password? Okay, without their permission. So all these things we'll learn. Okay,
Okay.
clear, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you so much. I will share the video.
Thank you, Anna.
Okay. I hope you guys understand each and everything today. Uh,
Yes.
so if you have any questions, you can ask me right now. That's not a problem at all.
We will
Just
let
Anna,
again
later on,
master.
if we revise the video and get doubts, also we can ask, right?
Okay. Okay.
Chat.
Tomorrow you can ask if you have any. Okay.
Okay. Okay, Anna.
Okay, man.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Amit.
Okay.
ఫ్రెండ్ డ్రైవ్ చేస్తున్నాడు నేను చూస్తున్నా యాక్సిడెంటల్ గా 2500 రూపీస్ ఒక దాని మీద వేయడం ఇంకో దాని మీద వేస్తాడు అంటే దాని మీద రిప్లేటెక్స్ ఆర్డర్ వచ్చింది 2500 ఇంటూ రిప్లేటెక్స్ అంటే 20 lakhs అంటే మీరు 2500 పెడితే 20 lakhs 20 lakhs వచ్చింది అది యాక్సిడెంటల్ గా వచ్చింది ఆ రోజు నాకు లక్కీగా డబ్బులు విత్డ్రా కూడా అయిపోయింది సేమ్ పడిపోయింది డబ్బులు వచ్చినాయా వచ్చి అంతకు తాగలేదు ఇంకా సరే ఇంకా స్టార్ట్ కొంచెం 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 వాడదాం అని చెప్పి ఆ 25 lakhs ఏముంది ఒక 2 months లో మొత్తం అయిపోగొట్టేసి ఈజీగా వచ్చింది కదా అన్నట్టు ఈజీగానే దాన్ని నేను మొత్తం అంతా నేను స్పెండ్ చేస్తాను బట్ ఏంటంటే అది దానివల్ల నేను అడిక్ట్ అయిపోయింది అంటే నేను అడిక్ట్ అవ్వడం కారణం అది చాలా మంది